Today's guest is Trinidadian singer-songwriter and content creator Rochelle Chedz. In this episode, we discuss the topic of no risk, no reward, and what it means to say yes to creating your own opportunities. I'm your host, Zenya, not your guru, just your girl. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
I'm so glad that you get to be on my show when you visit LA for the first time.
This is crazy. Best day in LA so far. Thanks for having me.
Yes, this girl talk, you know. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to have you. I've been watching your content and you've been like drink mixing.
I like rum, guys. Rum is pretty good. When you're in Trinidad, rum is a staple.
It is.
Yeah.
I love Trinidad rum. Like you brought me some. I'm like, oh my God. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
That's a thing. So what got you into drink mixing?
It was
of all things.
Of all things. You know what? It happened during the pandemic. I think a little drink was appropriate. But for me, I've been doing music for so long and I just wanted to start, having fun on TikTok. And during the pandemic was when everyone kind of was dabbling in it. And I think what made me a little different is I wasn't just making an ordinary drink. I was adding candy. I was adding salt prunes. I was adding just things that you probably wouldn't typically add in a drink. And I was just having fun with it. And then it became something I was doing like every week. And it just became part of my brand now. So
That's
oh my
amazing.
gosh is like part of my brand.
So where did oh my gosh come from? Like I know it's in songs. I hear it.
I took a drink and I was just like, oh my gosh. And then,
reaction.
I basically said it in every video I did after that. So now when people see me, instead of calling my name, they'll be like, hey, oh my gosh.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I love that. So it's interesting because like you're a singer-songwriter and that's where you've built your brand.
Crazy.
And this is where you started. And I mean, like myself, I understand being a singer-songwriter, artist, touring artist. I'm now doing a podcast and I do a children's TV show and I work on commercials and I do so many different things. Like we're in such a weird stage of being the brand as opposed to the things that you're actually selling, or it's not that you're selling it, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's such a weird time for us. Like, do you feel sometimes when you're doing your drink mixing that sometimes it might take away from your music?
Oh, absolutely. And it has. So like I started writing music at 14, right? So this is something I've been doing for so long. And then when I started doing content, the views that I would get for making a rum drink will like completely blow away all the views I got from anything I posted with music.
Exactly.
So I started being consistent with that. And then in the process, I did kind of lose putting my music out there. And then that's what this new chapter is about. Putting myself back out there and reminding people that music is my passion, is my love. You know, and this is in a way kind of taking my power back where that's concerned, because I do feel like I held back on that for such a long time. Yeah. So this is a new chapter, It's
interesting with the way today is it's interesting when you are so many things other than just one thing.
Right.
And TikTok, for example, like I'm a person that like I'll post on TikTok 2-3 times a day. It's my commitment to myself.
Yes.
But I'm so much more than just my music. I have incredible points, which is the reason why I'm doing this podcast. And then I like to be funny. And then I'm a songwriter and like I said, make kids music. So it's like such a weird, it's almost sometimes like you feel like you could become a slave to an algorithm.
Absolutely.
And to gain followers, it's very experimental. Like I feel like at the moment, like it's throwing spaghetti at a wall to seeing what sticks. But it's like we got to make sure we don't lose what our first love is.
Exactly.
And our main love is. But at the same time, it's having that good energy to make sure that you don't stop yourself from being all that you are.
Exactly.
Don't you find that?
I feel you 100%.
So with your style of music, what is the style of music? Because you're from Trinidad and Tobago. Do you make soca music?
I am not a soca artist. As much as I love soca, it is the heartbeat of Trinidad and Tobago. It is our culture. Absolutely love it. But my genre is more pop. But I love to fuse a little bit of that soca influence in it. So I would say it's like Caribbean pop.
Right.
You know?
Like how Rihanna kind of did with being from Barbados.
Right,
and then having
right.
a fusion of like...
So having that fusion, definitely my culture is everything to me. And I don't feel like I need to be a soca artist to represent my culture.
You just be who you are.
Exactly.
So you're like... Trinidad is such a melting pot of different nationalities. Like what are the predominant nationalities that are combined in Trinidad and Tobago?
Trinidad is predominantly, I would say Black and Indian, right? And then there's like a smaller fraction of the mixed race, which I fall into because I am mixed with too many things to count, to be honest.
What are you mixed with?
I'm mixed with Indian.
Yeah.
A little Brazilian and Portuguese. Yeah. But and then probably a ton of other things that I don't even know.
Yeah. Do you find that like is difficult to, I mean, already as a woman, it's like difficult in the music business. Does that make it difficult in Trinidad and Tobago being like a mixture of different things? Are you viewed different with your music, would you say?
I think I'm definitely in the minority for sure. I do look different and my style is different.
Right.
But I choose to use that to my advantage now.
Of course.
You know, I don't have to fit the mold to be somebody.
Of course.
If that makes sense. Yeah.
That's why you're here in LA.
That's why I'm here in LA, baby.
Right. Yeah, and we have a writing session this coming week.
I'm so excited.
We're going to be writing. So where did you get your inspiration from for writing? Like, where did it come from for you?
Oh, I started at 14. So I was obsessed, still am obsessed with Eminem, right? And I remember when I was like 13, 14, I saw this interview and he was like, you know, I just write on everything. I write on a napkin. I write on a piece of paper that I find on the floor, whatever. And I was like, yes, I need to start writing like that too. So I literally would go around the house, write on a napkin. I was just like mocking Eminem. I was just like doing everything Eminem was doing. And that's when I found my love for writing. So I literally would say I started off with that love for songwriting. Yeah.
And so your mom was picking up all these pieces of paper. Like, why are you cursing people out?
Writing on the wall. Oh my God. The other day I was cleaning out an old bedroom and I found this stack of papers and I sounded so angry. and I was like, wow, but I was like 14, 15. Where
yeah, like the things you go through when you're 14, 15,
it's not even really that serious. I was like, nobody understands. But
they didn't.
Yeah. But you know what? I can look back and laugh at it because obviously so many years have passed and I know what a hard time is now.
Yeah. Right.
Not when I was 14. But so the love for music definitely started with songwriting. And obviously over the years finding myself as an artist and being able to collaborate with so many producers in Trinidad, and then also I've had the opportunity to work with a producer in Sweden, and I mean, as I say, now is the first time I'm actually putting myself out there
globally
and we're making a little bit more of a headway with my music is concerned. Like, this is my passion. This is what I want. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Would you say that you want to write for other artists out here?
Yeah, girl. I'm ready to write for you.
I mean,
we're gonna do it.
You're gonna write for me, but I'm like, but that your ultimate goal is to be front center.
You know what? I can do both, and I'm fine with both. You know what I mean? But I do want to be an artist. But I love writing so much. But I want to write for you. I want to write for every other female artist, male artist. Like, I just love music.
How do you feel like things are going for women in the business right now, in the music business? Like, I want to know more so on, like, you're in Trinidad. So what is it like there? Because I know what it's like here.
Well, for me, I can only speak on the genre that I'm in, right? So for people in my country who are not really like a soca artist, it is challenging. And it's challenging because we don't really have, I would say what's the word?
Resources?
Yeah, we don't have the resources. We don't have the listenership for any other genre, to be honest. Like,
that's tough.
It's tough because to make it in Trinidad, the easiest thing to do is the genre that we grew up in.
Right.
So that's soca calypso. And as much as I love it, it's not exactly who I am as an artist, right? So it is tough for anybody trying to do a different genre in a small island that is just, predominantly soca calypso.
Because everything is environmental, isn't it? It's like you become a product of your environment. So finding your community that sees your vision and building that is difficult when people might want to do that, but then they know they could get their next big record for Mas or like Carnival. So it's tricky to like, how do you...
So it's like, for instance, on the road for Carnival, you're not really going to hear much pop music.
Right.
You hear soca music. And I've been lucky enough to have many pop songs play on local radio, but not everybody has that opportunity. We really don't have the resources for different genres to shine, I would say.
Interesting.
And that's why you kind of have to step out of the box, and go to Miami, go to LA, experience different things, create opportunities for yourself.
Yeah.
And just take a chance, really.
That's it. I mean, I took a chance from Australia. I came 2008 in a recession. I knew nothing about a recession.
Yeah.
I found out, but I knew nothing about a recession.
For sure.
But it's kind of it was my mind over matter. And I just kept going. I came out here. I would like do sessions with people just so that I could just cut demos so people could see how quick I could record.
Yeah.
But even before being in the US, I was in Australia and I built my community out there. I remember recording with my producer where only one side of the headphone, it was like in mono or something. So one side didn't work. I couldn't hear myself when I recorded, but I would still drive 2.5 hours every single weekend to record with him so that I could just get my chops up, I could. And even before that, I was like, I went to Bali and I was singing on stages and putting myself out there, but it was like I was doing whatever I could.
Yeah.
And it all resulted into something. I mean, I look around and I think I have to celebrate my wins because I am successful with what I've done. But it comes to this, things change. Like now we've got TikTok. Now we've got like Instagram. Now we've got YouTube. We've got streaming platforms. And you're forever shifting with those changes.
The beauty of social media is you're able to put yourself out there. Even though I'm in Trinidad, I have the ability for people all over the world to see my content, to hear the music, you know what I mean? And it's really taken advantage of social media in that way. So that is the positivity of creating content and really putting yourself out there online. But
the one thing I'll say about Caribbean people is there's a confidence there that it's like the rest of the world could learn a thing or two. It's like this, like, I can do this. And I've watched it so many times and I feel like I've learned so much from being around Caribbean people. It's like the energy and the confidence.
Energy,
it's so infectious, right?
We just like to have a good time. We like to make people feel happy and we want to make people have a good time too.
Exactly.
You know? So, I'm glad you feel that energy.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm always around it. That's for sure. So what's the difference in LA? What's the difference that you've noticed in LA in the entertainment side of things as opposed to being back home?
Wow. Well, first of all, I would start off by saying just last night, we actually had a whole mixer with a group of members from the Odo's team, which I'm so happy to be part of, thanks to Simon Batiste. But it's just basically a group of creatives, as you said, singer-songwriters, producers, filmmakers, and a lot of them, they have one thing in common, and basically what we were talking about. You want to make it, you don't find an excuse to make it. You put yourself out there. Doesn't matter where you come from or like how much money you have or anything. You want it, you'll make it happen.
Exactly.
Right? And all the advice I got is like, you really have to put yourself in the environment that is like, for instance, you want to do music, make your connections in LA, make your connections in Miami. You can't make those connections sitting home in a couch in Trinidad. You know what I mean? And, you know, I got this piece of advice from a friend of mine, and because I was working a 9-to-5 for way too long. And he was like, "Oh, Rochelle, you still working there?" And I was like, "Yeah, boy. I just waiting for the right opportunity to take me out. I waiting for that one opportunity so I could leave." And he told me, he was like, "But what if you just leave and then the opportunities will then come?" And so said, so done. I left, and all of a sudden, things started coming to me in weird ways. And I was just like, whoa. You know, that's how the universe works. You want it. You say you want it. You put things in place for it to happen, and it really kind of happens. It's weird.
It's the theme for this show.
Yeah, and I believe in it. I believe in it so much. And it is so weird. I was on the plane coming to LA, and I just I was just playing music, and then I just saw a rainbow, and I was like, because I was really going through this phase. I was like, you know, God, just tell me if this is for me. And I just started playing music, and as soon as I played one song that I'm really excited about, I just saw a rainbow appear out of nowhere, and I was like, okay, thanks. Right. Thanks for the sign. I'm going to go LA, and I'm going to be confident. And now I'm sitting on a couch with you.
Yes.
And I'm going to be writing a song with you. And I'm just, you know, I'm just letting the universe bring things to me right now.
Exactly.
Because I want it.
And I said it on the last episode with Simon. I was talking about keeping your heart open.
For sure, yeah.
And it really is, like, I've said this so many times before, I don't think about it as faith anymore. I think about it as a decision.
Yes.
So when you make a decision with your entire body, like, I'm doing this, it's almost let your body feel as though it's already done.
Yeah.
Like, there is no plan A. There's no plan B or C. It's just plan A.
Yeah.
And when you do that with your entire body and you put yourself out there.
Yeah. No risk, no reward, right?
Exactly. No risk, no reward.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
But one of the main things for me is like, anywhere you go out to the Caribbean, like if you come to America, Los Angeles, like everything just feels so like big. The roads are big. Compared to Trinidad, you in a tiny little bus-up road with potholes.
Yes, exactly.
And you know, surrounded by mountains, trees, everything. And you come here and everything is just so open and big. And, you know, it's just so different, you know, and it's exciting. It's intimidating a little bit, but exciting.
Well, I have plenty of friends from the Caribbean here, and I've seen the way that they've made their local things happen for them here, where they find their place where they have their coffee and then their community. And it's scary, but like you said, no risk, no reward. So it's, I'm from Australia. We're the big island of all the islands. So I'm like further down south than anyone in this country can say I'm from down south. Like I'm from further down south, honey. So I'm so far removed, and I've come over here and created an entire new life. I sound different now, but it's just like, and I know I've done it. I lived in Bali. I've lived in Jamaica. I lived in Hawaii. I lived in New York, Miami. I'm like, I can do anything. And
it's so refreshing to hear that, like from all the people that I've met on this trip so far. Like I've met a couple Trinis who've been in massive films and have won Grammys, and I'm like listening to them, and the one thing they keep saying is like, you have to take that chance. it could happen for you. Like, and watching it happen for them kind of gives me a little bit of hope, you know? I'm like, they took that
It's in
risk.
the neighborhood.
Yeah. I'm like, whoa, my fellow Trini, my fellow Caribbean family
Exactly.
has reached where like I aspire to be one day. And they're also humble and, just grateful to be doing what they love.
That's it.
Yeah.
So as your girl, and since you called, we've already talked about it. No risk, no reward. So that thing that you want to do is absolutely waiting for you on the other side of risk, right?
Absolutely.
It's like, it's scary to do things.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure it was even nerve-wracking for you to get the ticket and come to a place that you've never been before.
Oh, yeah. It was intimidating sitting in a room full of people who've made it. And I'm just there like, oh, do I belong kind of thing. But I'm like, yeah, if they could do it, why not? You know, why not see what I could learn too? And it's just crazy. It's crazy, but it feels so good. I lost what I was saying. I don't know what I was saying.
I was going to say though, I have mentored people. The people that I choose to mentor are the people that I can see are willing to take the risks.
Oh, yeah.
Are willing to do something and look silly and be like, okay, let's just keep going. It's like,
clearly from my content, I'm not afraid to look silly at all. I do the most nonsense.
On the other side, like your success is on the other side of cringe. That's what they say on TikTok all the time. My whole content is like, your success is on the other side of cringe. But it's like, someone was saying this to me the other day. Someone from my hometown was like, I remember when everybody laughed at you and was like, why would she go to Bali and like do that? Like, oh, who does she think she is? I was in Bali before Bali became cool. Let me tell you that. So I moved to Bali. Yeah. Because I was like, I'm going to go and sing in this band. And I sung in this 10-piece international band 4 nights a week. And
crazy.
Everyone kind of like, apparently everyone laughed at me. That's what I found out. They're like, oh, why would she do that? And those same people are the same ones that like praise my success. Yeah. Now that I'm here in LA and I've toured the world with Justin Timberlake and Jay-Z, and I've worked with Shabuzi and Alessia Cara, who I always forget to say.
Love.
But it's those same people that laughed at me, and they're the same people that celebrate me now, which is fine. I guess you've grown, but they're also the same people. They're also the same people that take trips to Bali every year.
And I could say the same thing when I now started off content. I'm sure so many people thought it was so cringy, like, what is she doing? And now those same people call me to promote their brands and to promote their companies. They don't get it until they do.
Exactly. And keeping the heart and the frequency of authenticity in that. It's like being yourself, not contrived, not trying anything else to fit in, but like, who are you at your core, and how can you show everybody else how to be comfortable to be themselves and to be silly and to be serious and to be emotional and to be like tough, like and resilient. Like that is, we're in the era of authenticity. And that is what resonates right now. If you look a little crazy and you're feeling a little upset that day, tell the people. Tell the people. People will remove themselves. People will come join. It doesn't matter. Don't do it for the audience. Do it from the core of the essence of your being.
And that's actually with social media, going back to that. I think when social media now came out, everyone was all about a pretty picture and painting themselves aesthetic as this, glamorous, perfect, look a certain way. Now, I think people have changed a little bit. And as you say, authenticity is really reigning right now. I could post a video with no makeup, dancing crazy with my hamsters, drinking a bottle of rum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the next day, if I feel sexy, I'm going to post a sexy picture. Yeah. And then the next day, if I feel sad, I probably won't post the sad picture, but you know what I mean? I don't
Exactly.
always have to.
It's real.
I don't. Oh, it's real. You know.
And TikTok, I love TikTok for that because
TikTok is
I will
the
post
best.
more of my cringy stuff on
Yeah,
TikTok
same.
than my Instagram because like the people that really know me are going to be like, oh, why would you do that?
Yeah.
And then on TikTok, it's
like,
like a bunch of
yeah.
random strangers
Yeah.
that are like,
And they accept
hey.
it.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, hey,
Yeah.
you new person. I love this. But it's like interesting. It's such a different audience on both.
It is.
It's more global.
I love TikTok for that.
Same.
TikTok is the best. I will just scroll all night until I fall asleep.
And then they were saying, I heard something recently where they were saying only 3% of the world are producers and the rest are consumers.
Oh, wow.
So other part of my advice would be if there's only 3% of people that are producing, why don't you just make it 4?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people are just too scared to do it. And you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
But have the discipline. Like it's the difference between what you want now and what you really want.
Yeah. I think a lot of people too are afraid to be judged because we're so judgmental.
Ourselves.
You know? And yeah, we are hardest critics.
Yeah.
But we're also afraid of what other people think about us. And as soon as you let that go, you kind of start to see that change and you start to realize that, well, maybe I am good at this. Maybe I could do this. And but I think letting go of that judgment on yourself or worrying about judgment from others, you know, you be surprised at cool things you could do.
Yeah, Nike that shit. Just do it.
Just do it.
Exactly. Okay, so Rochelle, tell everybody where we can find you.
You can find me at Rochelle Chedz. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, everything. All the socials, Rochelle Chedz.
And she'll teach you how to get drunk real good.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of Not Your Guru, Just Your Girl. I'm your host, Zenya, and just remember, you are the one you've been waiting for. Until next time.
Skipping through